Morning and welcome to day 25 of my Veganuary experience. Um, so, probably less than a week to go now, which is quite extraordinary. I've taken my glasses off because I've suddenly realised that the light reflecting from my laptop screen, which I used to prop my mobile phone up, has been reflected in my glasses and could be quite distracting, I'm sure. So I need to probably get something to stand my phone on that works a bit better. But my laptop screen is perfect, other than the light reflecting. Hope that hasn't been too much of a problem for you. Um, so, oh, excuse me. Um, not much to report today, really. I mean, I have to say, I do feel really fine, and I have to say that my energy levels since going vegan have changed. I found that before Christmas, falling into a pattern that I get up really early in the morning, and I would then find that I need to have like a little nap after lunchtime, but would find that my energy levels would really wane throughout the day, and I've found that actually that's just not the case now. I don't know whether it is going to a plant-based diet or whatever, but I've actually found that throughout the day, I'm actually seem to be more awake. I'm still getting up really early in the morning. Sometimes do have a quick nap after lunch, but I think that's sometimes because I'm sat in the conservatory and it ends up being quite warm in there, and I think it's more the effect of that than anything. And I found that I've managed to keep going. And I do have really, really busy days at the moment. And in fact, for example, on Thursday, I travelled down south to Slough on Wednesday night and was up early Thursday morning, amongst other things, doing my blood test and things like that, and had a busy day working at a building site, and it was quite a busy day, and still then managed to get in my car and drive all the way home. I left probably just before 3 o'clock and didn't get home till 7 o'clock. And although I was tired when I got home, I think that was more to do with the fact that the driving had been quite hard. But actually, I was absolutely fine. I didn't feel tired. My energy levels were really good. So, and I've had people acknowledge this before, and they say lots of it's to do with the fact that of what happens when you're digesting food. So if you're digesting meat, that can actually make you really tired. So that's really quite interesting. Still a little bit concerned about the amount of fibre in my diet. So because I was away, I didn't have any flax seeds with me, and so and that does affect my poo, as I mentioned before. So I do need to have a look at other sources of fibre in my diet, I think, or take some flax seeds with me. But then I'm not entirely sure what would have them on. I suppose I could have had them on some toast, because I did have some toast with my breakfast on Thursday morning, so I just need to get organised and take some flax seeds with me, I think. But I definitely do need to get some more fibre in my diet, I think. I have noticed that there is a problem with my poo, so I need to get that sorted out. But yes, so that's really, really interesting. Um, so, other than that, not much to report really. I was doing a little bit of investigation in terms of the planet diet. So this is the diet that I think some UK scientists have come together to document, and really it's trying to work out how you feed 10 billion people, or whatever the world's population is going to be. And do that successfully in terms of making sure that they get the balanced diet they need, that it's sustainable, that it's not harmful to the planet, etc., etc., really. And I was reading that it seems to be gaining a lot of track. So certainly it's a diet that I think the scientific community is saying it is we must move to. So if even if we put aside the arguments about plant-based diet for 1 minute, that the planet diet is something that we really need to look to move to. Um, so what is interesting is, of course, it is does contain an awful lot of plant-based foods. So there really isn't much meat and dairy in there. Um, so I'm going to do some investigation on that a little bit more. So I have got this thought in my head that um, if the planet diet, I should call it planet based. It's not planet based. The planet diet is the diet that perhaps we need to be encouraging people to move towards in the first instance. Then it'd be interesting to see what that's all about. So I'm thinking about that at the moment, particularly maybe for February. So I'd be interested to see, having now done Veganuary, nearly finished it, what the planet diet would entail. The other issue that I've got slightly is the fact that we have rather got a lot of meat in the freezer, and I'm not entirely sure to do what about the situation. So I'm guessing I could just say, well, it's end of January. I go back to being going back onto the diet I had before. We'll call it flexitarian diet, for the want of a better word, which it probably was. Or do I say, right, because I've got to eat this meat up, I don't want to see it to go to waste, and is it hypocritical for me to give it away to people? I don't know. So I'm thinking about that at the moment. So I thought, well, if I did the planet diet, then that would allow me to eat some, if not all, of this meat up, and then see how the planet diet works for me, and see how hard that is, and see what the impacts are on my weight and my blood pressure, etc. is, because I'm monitoring that pretty much every day. Obviously, I did, for some reason, didn't take my blood pressure monitoring kit with me on Thursday, so I didn't do it on Thursday. But other than that, I'm monitoring it every day, just before I get up, so I could track that and see what impact that has on me, and obviously potentially then send off for another B12 or another blood test rather in February to see if it's had any impacts on me, and then see how we go, really. So that's what I'm thinking of doing at the moment. So I'm going to discuss it with my wife, and take into consideration her thoughts on the matter. But I have to say that I think I've enjoyed the Veganuary experience, and I don't think that I would have a problem in terms of going to a fully plant-based diet, whilst I need to fully understand the longer-term health issues, and I think I probably need to take more seriously just considering exactly what it is I'm eating and the amount of protein in my diet and things like that, and maybe working out how much you're supposed to actually have each day or each week or each month, and think about it a little bit more carefully. Then I wouldn't have a problem in terms of temptation and in terms of missing food, because I haven't really missed it. There have been times when I thought, I could really, you see something in the supermarket, I think, I could really just enjoy that. But actually, it's not been an issue not having it, and I've not been tempted enough to think, right, I'm going to break this. So perhaps that's why going for the planet diet in February might be interesting, because that would allow me to have a certain amount of meat and potentially dairy in my diet, and just seeing how we get on with that, really. So that's what I'm thinking of. So I hope all is fine with you, and if you're doing Veganuary, that it's going well. Lovely to hear your stories. I'm going to have a look on YouTube and see if there's many other folks documented their Veganuary every day, so same as I have, and see how they're finding it and report back on that. I think tomorrow. Other than that, if you haven't thought about a plant-based diet or signed up for Veganuary, it's not too late to do so. So why don't you? Just give it a try. You've only got a week, so that's a short period of time, and just try it for yourself and see what you think about it, and then take it from there. Okay, hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.